Hi everybody and welcome to this tutorial for the Chainsmokers Closer. A 3-chord song, but the chords are very juicy, so it's fun to play nonetheless, and it sounds cool, right? The synth sound is really dope. I think it's done on something like what I got over there, Juno, Roland, or a Prophet, or whatever. We're gonna just exemplify on a piano sound. It's gonna sound something like this. That is the intro, and that's actually played on piano. So later on, we're gonna play something like this. Something like that is played on a synth, and I think I'm gonna teach you sort of 3 versions, because that's all there is to it, you know. It's only those 3 chords: a C sharp, E flat, okay, a D flat, an E flat, and an F. Okay, so but basically it's played in different kind of versions. Okay, so when you're on a piano, first let me show you the very basic structure of these chords. Okay, and then we're gonna build them up with these extension notes that are sometimes played, sometimes not, and in different variations. So we'll get to that. Okay, so first the chord progression, super simple. The left hand is gonna play basses, or later on maybe some voicings, but yeah, and walk back, just walking back up. And then if you want to play the most basic version, so if you're just starting out and you're not that comfortable with chords yet, C sharp chord is like this: C sharp, F, and G sharp, or D flat and F and A flat. And I don't really, whatever you want to call it, flat or sharp, I don't really care. So the second chord is an E flat chord. That's an E flat, a G, and a B flat. Okay, it's the basic structure of the chord again. Then we're gonna go to an F minor chord, and that's an F, an A flat, and a C, F in the bass. So the most basic version to play this groove is like this: 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1. Okay, super simple, right? 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, but then those chords are extended a little bit, as I said. Now, extension notes is something that I could get into. Actually, I did get into quite extensively. Jesus. In other lessons, so I'm not gonna go into that. I figure when you're watching this video, you just want to know how to play this song. Okay, so if you want to learn more about that, then get over to my website, where there's more lessons regarding this. Especially my course teaches you how these extension note works. But for now, let me say that there is a major 9 on that first chord. So instead of just playing the regular triad chord, you're going to add a major 7 and a 9 over there. Yeah, and on the E flat chord, there's the options, and that's played later on. So let me just skip it for now. So you could leave those 2 there, because this is a 13 or 6 of an E flat chord, and that's later on in the song it's used. So if you don't excessively play it over there, it just gives kind of a nice flavor. Yeah, to still hear it softly ring over there. So you just move those 2 over there, which makes this an E flat. It's a nice voicing with a 6 or a 13 over there. E flat 6, and then to a minor 7, and now an F minor chord is like this, as I said, and the 7 is an E flat, so you can again leave it there, which kind of gives this song that nice round feeling, because that E flat is on there all the time. Yeah, now we're getting closer to the original intro. 1, 2, 3. And even if I play, let's see again over there at the E flat, it sounds cool, because that is what happens later on. This is the intro, this is the basic structure of the song. Now let's get to that groove. That's... Okay, there's a couple of different ways you can play this. First of all, the first step would be just play either these octaves with your left hand or move it up a notch to sort of make it a little bit lighter because it's a verse, and you have the option to make it more heavy when you get into later of the song, add a little bass over there. So just the roots again that we did, yeah? And that's the rhythm, okay? So you have one, okay? Easy. Chords. That major 9 that we saw, okay? So this is your regular chord, 7-9. It's actually that same voicing, but now over here. Yeah? That's nice and juicy with that 11 over there as well. Sort of, you know, it's a 4. Yeah. I don't want to make this too long of a lesson, okay? So just add the A flat, and for those of you that know, easy to remember when you know, it's an 11 or a 4 over there, okay? So minor 7, as we saw, okay? You could also play it like this, just leave out the root and voice it over there. I'm explicitly saying you could also, because this dude that plays the keys over here also isn't too strict, you know? He knows what he's doing, he knows his chords and his harmonies, and then he can fool around a little bit. Especially look at something like this. You could do the exact same thing back, so that when we... Yeah, it works. It's just moving those chords... Okay, and then with the right groove, and you walk, that works. But what you could also do, for instance, is what's something that happens sometimes, I think, especially after the first phrase of the verse, when you stop singing the verse first. Yeah, so that's also something that's on that E flat, yeah. So you do da. That's kind of cool, okay? You're just using the same notes, but not playing them all together simultaneously. Also, something that happens, same at the back, is something like this. Yeah, so you do and then land over there again. That's cool as well. So yeah, it's kind of cool. I think it's kind of cool. Okay, then what you can do is fill up the left hand with more bass. Maybe for a little bit later, as mentioned, you want to get a little bit more bass. Or 1 and 5 over there. So that's... Now, then we have one part left, and that's this part. So, basically, you're just playing... Yeah, so just these two notes, alternate them, and then... And the left hand does the exact same thing as what the right hand was doing over here, okay? So, to support it, kind of. Yeah, something like that. Okay, and then you got all the parts down. So then it's just getting back to... Okay, to that when she starts singing, then you got the... When it sort of breaks down, you lay down these piano chords. Okay, again, and we got the whole thing down. Just listen to which part comes when. Choose your alternation or your version, whatever. And you're good to go. So guys, that was it for this tutorial. I want to thank you very much for watching. If you liked it, then please hit the thumbs up, like it, share it, leave a comment. Get over to my website if you want to learn how to play piano by chords. I got a course, Hack the Piano, that will teach you all about this from the very start. It'll teach you how to be free and remember songs real quickly, write your own songs. It's the exact approach that these professional musicians took as well to write this song, or any piece of music for that matter. Also get on my newsletter for something free every week. I hope you enjoyed this. Thanks again for watching. See you later. Bye bye.